Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Thursday night edition of Publicly Buzzed Live. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Per usual, on a night like tonight, I am joined together by none other than Dan, my brother. What's going on, dude?
What's up, peeps?
Make sure everything is working here real quick. Yes. Say something again, Dan.
Yo, yo.
Okay, cool. I just get paranoid now. Seems like I mess that up every single night. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, thank you everybody for being here. Appreciate it. As anybody comes through, please hit that like. Really helps us out in the algorithm tonight, guys. Dago popping through here. Life, Love, and Anna Sue, Mosh, Laura M. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Dan as well. Yeah, tonight it's going to be a cool night. We have a special guest, Jay from the channel The Shaming of Jay, the YouTube channel. Also, this guy's on TikTok and he's on Twitter as well. He's hilarious. I've talked about him many times. He's come through my chat many times. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'm excited to get into some, we're going to be going over some funny clips with some from the Murdoch trial and from the Gwyneth Paltrow stuff, Dan. And yeah, welcome to the show. Jay, what's going on, brother?
Hey, man. Thanks so much for having me. How's it going?
Pretty good, man. How are you doing? Dude, again, I keep hyping you up, but I'm so glad that, first of all, I found you on Twitter. The first time I seen you was through the Gwyneth Paltrow thing. It was after the Murdoch trial. But I wish I remembered which tweet it was, but I was like, all right, yeah. I was on board instantly.
Thanks, man. I appreciate having me. Murdoch Paltrow trial was that was a sight to be seen. And it was just nice because it was like, who cares? It's not a murder trial where you're like, you know, at the end, like with the Latham trial, like a certain trial, you're just like, you're worried, super worried about the verdict. And it's just like, just a fun trial. So like that was my first trial that I streamed, and that was fun.
Yeah, the Latham one was I was actually on board with you with that one as well. That was right after, I guess, the Paltrow one, and man, that one was a little too deep. Like the ending of that one, I was watching that one at work, and I mean, I mean, straight up, I got teary eyed. That one was happy, very happy.
I mean, I cried on my stream, man. I thought he was gonna go. I was worried he was gonna go away for a long time when that psycho was the reason that thing ever happened.
Dude, that one was messed up. But I did not cover the Gwyneth Paltrow stuff. I made I made one tweet, and it was my best tweet that's happened. Like, it actually blew up, and it was just literally because there was, you know how people are in there. It was either you're either against her or for her, and I made a joke tweet. You know, I really didn't have I didn't pay enough attention to have really even a ball in the game, but I made a joke tweet, and dude, everyone went crazy, and they were coming after me, and then I made a video about it as well, and yeah, there's some Gwyneth Paltrow lovers out there, man.
I tell you, I went into that like I think a lot of people, where it was like, what is she doing? Just pay this fucking guy off.
That is how I originally thought.
That's how I went into it, and I left it like she had to do this. She had to take this case to the verdict, because if she didn't, this guy would have just taken advantage of her. It was crazy how it kind of flipped as the trial went on. I mean, she had faces, and she was kind of a prima donna as it went on, and she was like annoying, but ultimately that guy was such a scammer. Like, she had to do it, in my opinion.
Some of the clips I've seen, that's the vibe I've gotten from it, because I had the dude, and it's the way the mainstream media will push some of it, you know, however they're feeling that day or whoever they're siding with. I'll have the same vibe. I was like, oh man, this rich bitch, what is she doing? You know, pay this poor guy. But yeah, some of the stuff I've seen, it is very shady. It seems like this guy was straight up trying to swindle her.
Yeah, dude, he was trying to say he had this brain injury, right? And the whole time he's like, he can't do things. And the last thing they show is like 99 pages of his Facebook where he's traveling the world. He's riding on fucking camels. Like, it was wild. The shit. He's on a zip line. He's climbing up pyramids in Egypt. Like, it was insane. And the whole time he was like, I can't do anything. I'm disabled. I have a brain injury.
Yeah.
It was wild.
They said that his brain was messed up.
Yeah.
Dude, one of the clips that we're going to be watching today, I only know about it because of your 420 show. And it's one of his daughters here, the Shay, I don't even know if I can say her name properly. Shay Harith. Harith. Dude, Dan, when you see this chick, bro, I can't even believe this chick is real. This dude, the Sanderson guy that was suing Paltrow, she broke this lady 100% in childhood. Like,
so this dude.
Sorry.
Let me just give you a little background. This dude, he's suing Gwyneth, right? And he's trying to prove that he's fucked up because of the ski accident where she supposedly, like King Kong, went through the ski slopes and knocked him over, caused injury. So he forces this. He has 3 daughters. One of them refuses to go on because she hates him. 2 of them go on, and they're clearly have been fucked up in the head from this guy who is forcing them to do this trial. And this is one of the daughters who was just messed in the head from this guy.
We're not going to watch all this. This is a really long thing, but I am going to play it from the beginning just to get the vibe. Pretty much like literally you did on your stream. Dude, I was like I was shocked at what I was like. This is great. Who acts like this? But yeah, let's go into this just for a little bit here. Dan, yeah, prepare. Oh, I'm sorry, Dan. What were you going to say before?
Actually, he did exactly what I was going to ask. I was going to ask for a little bit of a background on the case because I didn't follow this. I wasn't sure what happened.
Perfect. Yeah, and it was from 2016, Jay, originally, the actual accident?
This is like 7 years ago that this ski accident happened, and they just kept pushing it on and on and on. And then, yeah, she was like, I'm not going to pay. He wanted like 300,000. He wanted $1 million, and it went to like 300,000. It was just an insane amount of money that he wanted, and it was clear that he was just scamming. It was just crazy.
Cool. Yeah, let's get a vibe of this chick here. First of all, let me make sure this is working properly. Tis not. Here we go.
Shae, S-H-A-E, middle name,
No, we don't have audio.
and maiden name.
You can't hear it, Dan?
Mm-mm.
Well, that pause right there shows you what her face.
Let me see why that is, Dan. I can hear it.
You got to do the monitor thing, I guess. Unless I have it muted. Let me double check.
I do have
I
the
don't hear
monitors
it
off.
either.
I think I got you. Hold on. I bet you can hear it now.
Sanderson,
Yep.
S-A-N-D-E-R.
Hold on. I'm just gonna
My
start.
name is Shae, S-H-A-E, middle name and maiden name, Sanderson, S-A-N-D-E-R-S-O-N. Last name is pronounced like Harris with a lisp. It's Harith. H-E-R-A-T-H.
Just have
Hi,
crazy eyes, huh?
That was the beginning, dude.
Who the fuck says that?
Well, look, there's
Harris
another
with
great
the
pause.
list?
Yeah, dude. And what did you call this cat? This is the mob lawyer.
Yeah, we called him the mob lawyer because he looked like he was in the mafia. Yeah.
Hello.
Just as a little preliminary matter, as we're talking, just remember to say yes or no instead of nodding or it's okay.
Yes, sir.
I know you're nervous,
Yes, I am.
so that's okay. But what I say is less important than what the jury hears you say.
Okay.
So we're talking right now, but if you wouldn't mind addressing the jury when you're asking your questions, or when you're answering your questions, excuse me, that would be wonderful.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Why don't we start, since you've already said your name, by telling us where you went to high school?
I went to high school in Soda Springs, Idaho, and it's a small little town.
And then where'd you go on to college?
I started at Utah State University in Logan, Utah, and transferred up to University of Idaho in Moscow, Idaho.
Okay. And did you graduate from college?
I did.
Okay, and what was your degree?
I have a bachelor's of landscape architecture.
And briefly for us, give us, after college, a little bit of your work history.
After college, I took my first job in Beaverton, Oregon, which is funny because it's really close to where I was born in Hillsboro, Oregon. So I was returning back to where my roots were. And I worked for a small family-owned business. My boss was about 72 years old, and his daughter also was my boss, but he was the most joyful man I've ever known. He made me laugh every day, and he passed away recently, and he's gonna be missed, but he's with me in my heart.
All right. So that's the opening. This is just tell us a little bit about yourself.
So just think you're this attorney and you're just trying to set up like a softball introduction, and she's crying about her first fucking boss from 20 years ago. She can't even get past her introduction without crying already.
Dude, he's with me forever. Like, what? I mean, dude,
What?
this is insanity. Out the gate. We're 2 minutes and 16 seconds into this.
And she's already lost it. She's already lost her fucking mind 2 minutes in.
What was the other case recently where somebody did something very similar, where they just wanted like a simple introduction and they just told their entire life story?
I think there was something like that in the Murdoch thing, actually.
Was that Murdoch?
I think there was a
Okay.
couple of those where they just sort of, oh, that's the South too. They're so long-winded.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. We have tissues here if you need.
Oh, thanks. I will be needing those. do you need some too?
She said you need some too.
Judge, do you need some? Are you gonna cry? Because this is upsetting for all of us.
Let me show you some pictures. She just starts whipping out pictures of her boss.
He was such a nice man.
You are one of Terry Sanderson's daughters, aren't you?
I am.
Okay, so give us the birth order if you wouldn't mind.
Yes, I am the eldest of 3 girls, and my middle sister, Polly, has testified already. She's 3 years younger than I am. And I call her my baby sister, but she's not a baby. Her name is Jenny B. And
She says that a lot as well.
Yeah, because we all thought that it was an actual baby when it's a woman who's like 30 years old. Not an actual baby, guys, just so you know.
She clarifies it's multiple times.
she is 9 years younger than I am. And I was a mom to her,
So not a
essentially.
baby. Okay.
Not a baby.
And would you describe your sister relationship as a close one?
Very, very close relationship with my sisters. More so with Polly because she was only 3 years younger than me, and I missed out on about 9 years of my little sister Jenny B's growing up. It was kind of surprising. We would see each other on vacations and in between, but I didn't get to witness her growing up.
When you went to college, were you roommates with Polly?
I was roommates with Polly, and she had a hard time waking up in the morning, and so often I had to go into her bedroom and shake her because her alarm would go off for a long period of
Does start echoing here.
time.
A little bit.
Where's that coming from? You guys hear that echo?
Was
Nope.
my best roommate.
Just looking for a little bit better.
Yeah, and friend.
What was it like growing up with Terry as your father?
So I really idolized my dad growing up because he was an extrovert. He was gregarious. Everyone seemed to love him. He had this zest for life, and he just wanted to know so much. He loved to immerse himself in learning more and more about, especially in the health industry. He would read through his medical journals and stuff. But he was a very engaged dad. He would always show up for our events and usually stay and talk with everyone in the community afterwards for hours and hours. So luckily it was nice I could just walk home because otherwise I would be there forever. Let's see. Could you read? Do you want me?
What did you say? I forgot. I got lost there for a second.
We're all
Dude, you
lost.
can just see the wheels spinning like a mile a minute in her head.
Answer my question.
Okay, good enough.
So-
I'll keep going. Otherwise,
He's like, no, we're good. We're good. First quarter.
We're good.
No, she's still going.
Nope, we got more.
It's okay.
stop me.
It's okay.
I will tell you that
He tried to keep it going. She stopped him.
things did change later on as I grew up. My parents had a really good marriage the first probably 10 years of their life, but then things they started drifting apart. And so my dad became more of a workaholic towards the latter part of their marriage. That was really I think we could feel that as a family, that things weren't good between them. I was grateful to have my sister Polly when those things would happen. But yeah, we had a happy childhood. I was loved. I was hugged. My dad was very strict, very much. We lived in a small town, so you had to behave yourself or otherwise
So would he
word would
demand
get
a lot
out.
from you?
Or otherwise. I didn't know where she was going with that for a second.
It's just wild because all this lady's job is, all her job is to be like, he was good before the sea accident. He's fucked up after the accident. We had a great time before, and it's bad after. And she just can't do it. She can't do it. She's so all over the place, insane.
And wasn't it true that he wasn't even in attendance this day? He didn't even want to see this.
No,
train
he
wreck?
wouldn't show. He before the trial, like in the opening statements, they were like, he can't be here because if he hears bad things about him, it will hurt his feeling, and he will not be here for that. So both his daughters testify. He's not there to support them. They're trying to help him. Then the day that Gwyneth testifies, he's right fucking there front and center to see Gwyneth.
Dude, this shit's crazy, man. Oh shit, hold on for a second. It's got a couple things happening here in chat. Let me make sure I've got the
Gretchen.
yeah.
Awesome, Gretchen.
Thank you guys for coming through here. First of all, Melissa, thank you for coming, Buzzed and Confused member, a level member here on Publicly Buzzed. Really appreciate that. And then, yeah, Gretchen coming through with the 1999. Loving it. Really appreciate that. You'll get one of these too. Hell yeah. Appreciate that. Bo's coming through right now. Appreciate it.
Jabo Nation, baby.
Oh, he was highly demanding. Yes.
But he set expectations and
He-
hope that you meet him.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He expected a lot of us girls, and he also kept us incredibly busy, you know, singing voice lessons and acting and dancing. And so my mom was the taxi driver, but she also had a full-time job.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So did you have the opportunity to work with him in his
So did she come through this, the wife, or was she passed? Or
Oh no, the wife is divorced after
she got the hell out of there.
after a tough divorce. It comes out that they had a she apparently was having an affair. He tried to fight one of the dude.
Oh, wow. Wow.
eye clinics as well?
I did. Actually, I was so blessed because there weren't a lot of jobs in my tiny little town. My dad hired me as a 6th grader. I cleaned his office 3 days a week. And then gradually, as I got older, he would teach me more and more of the business. And so I would work with the ladies and help them out and, you know, verify glasses and make sure they were the right prescription, that sort of thing. And I cleaned lots and lots of glasses when I was a 6th grader and probably 7th and 8th grade.
So you got to know your dad from a father perspective, but also see him interact in a business perspective.
I did, and he was amazing. So well organized. He ran that office like a tight ship. He just, you know, everyone had a job to do, and they did it with a smile on their face and love in their heart. And
If you love some ODB, you're in the right place, Elizabeth. Appreciate it. And I see a new member, Modest Creative, became a Buzzed and Confused level member as well. Thank you very much.
Hey, Modest.
Appreciate that. Hell yeah. I saw somebody say some audio is cracking. Was it the video that's cracking
Yeah, I
up?
think they're
can
saying
fix
it's
that
me.
pretty-
I don't. Do you guys hear it on your end? Am I cracking to you guys?
No, you sound fine. We've had issues before though, where like I'll become static, and Discord does some weird stuff. It seems like sometimes.
Yeah, usually I can fix it by hold on, I probably can do something real quick.
Usually I leave the channel and come back. That's how I fix it. But I think Stevie's able to fix it on his side too.
I think so. Give me one sec.
Yeah, they said it was Jay. Probably the same thing that happens to me all the time. They also said it's better now, so.
Oh, sweet. Probably fixed as soon as right before I did that anyways. Say something, Dan, just real quick.
Some.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure it's good. Sweet. And let me see. I saw something else pop through here real
Old
quick.
Jody Hook there.
Yeah, Jody Hook with the $5. Thanks for having us. No, thank you for being here. Absolutely. I love it.
Yep.
Oh, and Jody, thanks guys. You guys rock.
Damn, even
Thank
more
you
coming
so
through.
much. Oh my God, what's happening? Hold on.
Joanne.
Let me catch up here for a second.
Or some of these J subs coming through.
Oh yeah, I
these
think,
are
Nice.
Jabo Nation. It's repping
That's
strong.
awesome.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Hell yeah.
thank you so much. Again, Joanne, you're gonna get it as well. ODB, baby. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. And she says, thanks for inviting us to join the live stream. No, thank you again for being here, all you guys. We were talking about this, you know, between us before we went on here. Yeah, man, we are all about, honestly, positivity within the true crime community, man. Like there's a lot of negativity out there, and I think it's the best way is to get with creators that are like-minded and just trying to spread love and positivity, man. And I know Jay is one of those guys. And dude, real quick, I want to shout out your wife, Shannon, who puts in fucking work, dude. She is
dude.
all over Twitter, man. She's making like fucking diagrams for your stream, dude. And the emojis kick ass, dude. She kills it as well.
She kills. She's listening right now because she texted me that I was crackling. So she's listening right now. She's gonna be back in a second, but she's awesome. She makes all the custom emojis. She makes charts. She's killing it. I'm very lucky. But yeah, absolutely, man. We always keep it positive in our chat, and like I don't mind if people have different opinions as long as they're respectful, because you're not gonna all have the same opinions on these cases. You're just not.
Yeah.
It's not
No,
gonna
it's not going to happen.
But you can be respectful and not start cursing each other out. And like I could just tell that you're real like that. You guys keep it real, and like we're the same way. We keep it positive. We're not gonna, start yelling at people if they have a different opinion or something like that.
That's awesome. That's the way to be, man. Yeah. And I will say that there, I'm not going to name names, and there's no reason to do that, but I do see, frequently through different channels, somebody can say something that's a little off of, because I mean, there's these camps that form in these like almost like thought chambers. They get stuck there, and they, even if you go outside that, they're afraid to let that in their chat for whatever reason. I mean, but people should just discuss it. We have it on here all the time. Me and Dan disagree. We'll disagree in chat, dude. At the end of it, you should be able to shake hands and come back and discuss this the next day and not get rude. And
Yep.
but I will say this, that is rare. For the most part, it's almost all positivity, dude. And I think it's the energy that we bring.
Sure, man.
I really do. But yeah, thank you all for being here, man. 100%. You guys make it worth it.
And I learned a lot working with him, just about character.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. Real quick. I just want to call this out while I'm seeing it. Dago coming back through as well with the buzzed and confused level. Thank you, Dago. And I will say this, Dago, True Crime with Dago, another great channel. He goes live about every single day. He covers numerous amounts of stuff as well. He usually does some cool little themes. He'll do like a movie, like a true crime movie, and he'll kind of cover what the real event was based on, what the movie's based off of with the true event, I should say. Really cool channel as well. It's always frequently
cool
through here. And
concept.
thank you, Dago.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
Character, really. And I remember him one time, I was going down the hall and he said, Shay, you need to walk with purpose. When you go somewhere, walk like you know where you're going and what you're doing. And I thought that's a good way, to live your life instead of stumbling through life or, I don't know.
We've heard, I think your sisters testified about his desire to mentor. So did you feel that same feeling growing up?
Absolutely. My dad was all about trying to fill our we sisters' heads with as much information as we could. Every road sign that had information on the history, we were pulling over and reading that, going to museums. He really, I think he was very much about character development in us girls, the importance of honesty. Just being a good human being. I think that's mostly what I have to
Just
say.
a little bit. What was your dad like physically growing up? Did you ever notice him to be deficient in any way?
Oh, wait for
My
this.
dad could do anything. In fact, he tried doing a backflip on the trampoline after I had shown him how I could do a backflip. It didn't turn out so well, but he could do almost anything except for a backflip.
How old was he at the time?
Just wait.
Frames like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, because this all is just like historical.
Yeah, just to establish its relevance.
What time with your...
hilarious.
With my backflipping,
Yes.
I broke my arm in 3rd grade. It would have been before 3rd grade, so I was 10 years old, so 1980s maybe.
Yeah, so pause it. So this is where she's supposed to just say that he, like right before the accident, he's okay, he's fine. And she goes 40 fucking years in the past to talk about a time that he did a backflip on a fucking trampoline. What the fuck?
Let me just tell you how athletic my father was 40 years ago.
He could do everything but a fucking backflip on a trampoline 40 years ago. You fucking lunatic.
Dude, this chick's hilarious, man. Oh my God. And I have some more stuff coming up too, but the lawyer, I'm sure you saw some of those clips, Dan, the lawyer of Gwyneth. Have you seen any of his stuff?
Oh, he's a mess.
I don't think I did. No, I don't think I
Oh
saw.
my God.
I think the only thing I really saw about this case was your tweet. I think that was it, and a lot of the comments on that tweet.
So you moved out of the house after college and you didn't return, is that correct?
That is correct. I did come home for summers to work a summer job, though.
Was that working in your dad's clinic or was that somewhere else?
Only my after my freshman year in college did I come home and work for my dad. The other years, I was trying to get more landscape architecture background, work experience, and so it was just that year.
Before the accident, and in your time you spent living in the house and even up until 2016, do you ever see your dad have any problems driving a car?
No. He was the ultimate multitasker and drove a car with ease.
Gotcha. When you say multitasker, I think there was some testimony yesterday that he would read a book sometimes while driving. Was that nerve-wracking for you?
Yeah, as a child, I was a little anxious, and when we would head to Montana where the roads go forever straight away, he would actually have a book in his hand while he's driving down these straight roads. And I tended to be a nervous person, so I was always a little bit, probably why I got car sickness maybe.
Like, that's the 1980s version of texting and driving, except I think maybe even a little worse.
And this poor girl is like, I was kind of nervous, so like it kind of bothered me. She's fucking reading a book while driving, and she's like, but it was a straight road. It was a straight road, so we're cool. I'm just picturing this guy like with a pipe in his hand and a book, and he's just like he's got
driving
his,
with his knee.
He's driving with his fucking knees. Like, how wild is this statement?
Oh,
To be fair, in the
They're gonna
80s,
arrest this man. He comes back in, they just put him in cuffs. Sir, you're under arrest.
to be fair, in the 80s, people were getting pissed because they were making drunk driving laws. So.
And seatbelt belt laws, wasn't that in the 80s?
True.
We're
That's
trying to
true.
control when we can drink and drive.
There's a clip out there, like in some area, I don't know where, but you know how they did that at a news station, like whenever they were putting the seatbelt laws into, like there's people out there that are just like, you know, fighting it like the mask during COVID. You would,
Right.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
dare how dare they make us do this?
They're like, I ain't putting it on. What are they gonna do? What the hell are they gonna do? Just that?
How can I read my Sunday Times with the fucking seatbelt on me?
Yeah, that's Sanderson's argument, right? He's like, this is so restricting. He's got his pipe in his book. Good Lord. We're gonna watch a little bit more of this lady, and then I've got some clips here too. But this lady's fun, dude. She's hard to get off of.
Wild.
On edge when he was driving and trying to do something else.
It
But
never caused
he
an
was
accident.
never in an accident, as far as I know. I'm sure maybe someone else has everything about him, but I don't recall that ever being a thing.
He's already done.
Yeah,
It's
like
like-
this guy's like, all you gotta do is say that he was good before the accident and bad after, and she has taking this so out of the fucking left field.
I immediately
This
regret
dude's
this
about to call a
decision.
hit in, bro. Like, he's like, we're gonna have to do something about this.
Moving forward in our timeline a little bit closer to the time of this accident, in roughly 2009 to the time of the accident, were you aware of any of your father's chronic medical conditions?
I recently found an email. Well, first of all, my dad is a really private person, and also he doesn't ever want to be a complainer. And so he has a tendency to keep things to himself. He doesn't share when things are going bad. I think he just doesn't like to be around those kind of complaining people, and so he didn't want to be.
That's why he's not here today.
He's
He's like, she's
private.
gonna be up there complaining the whole damn time.
He's private and he doesn't complain. He's filed this lawsuit that's in front of the entire fucking world, and he's complaining about his fucking problems.
Yeah, he's doing one of the biggest complaints in the history of modern times.
Exactly.
Wow.
Be that kind of person.
Really and truly, after this was all said and done, Gwyneth Paltrow was really nice about this, right? Like she wasn't even going after anything.
When she went up to him and it was like, I wish you well after this whole fucking thing.
That's crazy. Like that's actually, I will say, the more I started paying attention, actually, because I mean, dude, all I've seen about Gwyneth Paltrow since movies is the Goop? I don't know the name of it. Goop.
Goop.
And then there's tons of memes about it. And, you know, you kind of get this picture in your head. I kind of got to like her from some of the stuff I did see.
What is it? She's an Iron Man, right?
She
was an Iron Man,
Like,
yeah.
holy shit. She's what's
Part of
the
Marvel.
character's name?
Pepper Potts. My kids, I just started streaming this, and my kids, you know, after like the 5th day, they're like, wait, is that Pepper Potts? I'm like, yeah, that's Pepper Potts.
So,
Yeah, I did. And even my tweet was even before I think I started looking a little closer. So I was a little bit more harsh in the tweet than I probably would have been after getting into it, because I think I flipped sides. I was like, you know what? I think that the other dude's the dick here.
Yeah, totally.
So
Hell, it's just like it was not the same because it was a completely different matter. But the Latham stuff, dude, the way the mainstream media really focused on that was fucking gross, man.
Using the wrong mugshot from a different thing to make and call him like a demon, and even all like the people watching it are like, he looks like a demon. I'm like, this kid is he's got PTSD. He looks like he can't watch the videos, but they're making him out like he's the demon. I'm like, are you kidding me?
When they would play the videos and you see just his reactions, dude, he's gonna have a lot. He's got a tough road ahead of him, man.
Yeah,
he really
for sure.
does. He just went through hell.
I really had.
Honestly, what sucks is he's probably still neighbors with those people.
He's in Florida now, I think.
Okay, man. I was about to say, hopefully they're financial enough, well off enough to where they can get away. You know what I mean? That would suck to be trapped there.
Couldn't live there, man.
Good Lord.
Little knowledge about what was going on in my dad's life. He only would call us if he was in a good mood. So,
So he never called. I haven't talked to my father in years, and he's not here today. He said he was going to be here.
He's not here to support me, that son of a bitch.
Shannon, speak of the devil, coming through with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you for the shout out, Steve. I love your channel, and she is also, of course, going to get a little bit of ODB love. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, I had to shout you out. I wanted to make a point of it because you put in fucking work. Like, you've got a tag team partner right there, bro. Like, it's awesome.
I'm very lucky. I ask her like in the morning to make an emoji. It's done within like 10 minutes. I got it on the show. It's amazing.
That rules, dude.
That being said, just recently I did come across a letter that broke my heart. He said that he...
Before...
Is this too much?
No, it was... just.
It's been too much for a minute.
This entire time it's been too much.
Dude, I will say her faces are hilarious, and she's just sitting there. Like,
Objection, hearsay. Can I get a ruling?
I don't know what we're doing here, so.
None of us do, Judge. None of us do.
I don't know what you're running. But I missed that the first time, dude.
Can you ask another question?
Yeah. I'll move on. Let's move to the day of this incident in February of 2016. How did you first
I don't know what's going on here.
hear that your father had been in a ski collision?
I believe that I got an email that said, "I'm famous," in the subject line, and I was like, what are you talking about? And then below there was a link that said, here is information, I may not be quoting it exactly right, from my friend and eyewitness. And then there was a link below. And that link below, I couldn't ever look at it because you had to be like a meetup member or something. But I have a vague recollection of actually calling my dad and saying, can you give me your meetup group number so I can actually look at this? And he was able to give me that information. So I may or may not have seen what was in that link.
You don't remember the day of hitting that link and knowing what it was?
I don't know for sure at what point I looked at it. Just a little background information. I had a ski accident 3 weeks prior to my dad. I had torn my ACL and my MCL. I was not sleeping very well. I had my leg propped up on a pillow with ice around my knee. And I also had a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old to take care of at the time. So my memory of what happened during that period is very foggy.
That's fine. I'm going to put up that email, or at least the...
Okay, this is
She hurt her leg and lost her memory.
Yeah.
Dude.
By the way, what she was saying is how she found out about this accident was her dad emailed her with the title, "I'm famous." That's how he introduced to everyone in his family that Gwyneth Paltrow got into a ski accident with him. I'm famous.
That's not the way to do it. And later to come out in court. That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Not a good look.
Back up here just for a second. Laura M, $1.99 super chat coming through with some love for Shannon as well. Hell yeah. And then I think there's one more that creeped through here. Elizabeth Morell coming through with a $5 super sticker. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Baby, say hey. Baby, I got your money. Don't you worry. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've got some other clips up here. This is from Murdoch, but give me 1 second. I want Dan to see this one dude talk, her actual lawyer here. Let me make sure that we can hear this here.
I could kill myself. I mean, it's a breathtaking, wonderful.
Now, granted, these are cut up, these are spliced, but
wonderful,
He's wacky.
exhilarating, but also a little dangerous, isn't it?
I've got to re-ask my question. What did you tell me about elk meat with Terry?
He comes up almost body to body like this and starts groaning. Does that say sad? I can't read it. Anyone?
Mr. Bueller?
I'm famous.
That's how he does texting.
Tape measure. There you go.
What the F word? And I think she might have said the F word. We're going to figure that out.
I have a perfect memory. Go ahead.
Oh, I have a lawyer obligation.
Yes or false? True or false? Well, Your Honor, I don't want an objection, Your Honor. That
You don't get to decide if he objects.
that's
okay?
true. That is.
That was
Oh my God.
to me, right?
These are
was
so
wild.
I'll
good.
tell you how to do your job, Judge. He's like, you don't get to
Wow.
make that decision. Dude, this guy's off the rails.
Those were really funny.
I don't want an
So,
objection.
Mr.
You can't do it.
Those were the first clips I started seeing was from this guy, actually. I was like, what is going on in this thing?
Sykes, let's
Googly gawk? Is that the right word?
And you thought it might be the Coldplay guy. Garlic burger.
Yes.
Heavy on the garlic or light on the garlic?
Pardon me?
Heavy on the garlic or light on the garlic?
Vampires won't get around you if you.
Keep the vampires away. All right.
Everybody's a
I'm
fucking comedian
feeling-
here.
Old suddenly.
Sir, did you read your deposition before this?
Yes.
Like how many days ago? Can I stop getting interrupted while I'm doing this, Your Honor?
What's going on? Am I being
Yeah,
assaulted?
when he telling the other guys, like, don't interrupt me, they're like, what? This guy's insane.
Are you reading this?
Yes, I am.
Some a-hole just ran into me. I think she used the real word.
Why is he holding $1? Oh, because she just wants $1.
$1.
Probably the point he was making.
All right.
Yeah, it's the same question I'm asking like 10 times, but I'm trying to get a clear yes or no.
Yeah, and let's keep the interruptions to a minimum, would we?
well,
Eric
That's
Christiansen
saying that to
said,
another fucking
or
lawyer
Christian-
in court. Can we just not? Just don't.
Dude. You know the animosity that was in the Murdoch trial. Just imagine any of those guys saying that to any of the other guys. Hey, can you just keep it down over there, motherfucker?
I'm trying to do my fucking job, bro. Bro, what are we doing here? Objection? What are we doing? Come on.
Christiansen apparently have been pronouncing it wrong for several years.
I don't think as well as I used to.
all right. Anything else for this afternoon? Take care of that cough, Mr. Sykes. Thank you.
What
I
was
offered him
this
a minute.
trial? Holy shit.
He's like, you gotta give him a minute, dude.
For a cough.
Oh my God. Hold on. You have to see this lady too. Hold on.
Holy shit.
It's truly
dude.
endless. I really do wish I'd have watched this one, man. I
Oh
fucked
boy,
up.
this is the fangirling? Oh man.
This would have been comedy gold. Like, man. And didn't you, I think you mentioned that on the 420 stream, because you have a big TikTok too.
Yeah, I got
Like,
a lot of hits on him, yeah.
That first lady we watched.
Oh
with
yeah,
the name.
that
one blew
has
up,
like
didn't
8
it?
million, yeah.
Dude.
That has like 8.
Wow.
Bro, I messed up on this one.
I'm assuming, you're under oath here, that you're a good tipper.
Yes.
Your dad describing Gwyneth Paltrow as Godzilla?
Are you good friends with Taylor Swift?
No.
I feel like the wet blanket in your family.
Was he grinding and thrusting or something? Or just the noises? What?
A very strange grunting noise.
May I ask how tall you are?
I'm just under 5'10".
Okay, I am so jealous. Oh, tell me I'm taller, please. Okay.
I disagree, or I don't agree.
You're small but mighty. Actually, you're not that small.
Well.
Probably had a better ski
Holy
outfit.
shit.
Though.
I still have
Dude,
the
this is
same
such
one.
weird questioning from this
Dude,
lady.
the way it's cut up, this is like a fucking comedy court show that would be on like
lady-
TV, like a sitcom.
Right. It's like an SNL skit. And this lady was like, she had stars in her eyes. Like she had Gwyneth on the thing, and it was like she was like out to brunch, and she was just like, "Oh, you have a better outfit, and you're like this. I have this." Like it was wild how like just starstruck she was by Gwyneth.
She was like, "This is my moment. I'm going to be in Hollywood next week. I know it. We're going to become best friends." That's probably she wasn't like, "Can I get your number under oath?" Or
Exactly. Can we get it on the record and in my phone book here?
I guarantee she somehow dug through some paperwork, got that number, and was just like, "Hey, girl."
Remember me from the trial? You want to hang out sometime?
Is that fair to say?
I don't know that.
My client tells me to land the plane, and so I quit. I'm done. Thank you.
Gwyneth did that. She sent a note up to land the plane.
Yep.
Bro.
Wow, what a
Oh
joke.
God,
this whole
what's
thing
happening?
was.
Oh wow, dude. Yeah, this trial was absolute craziness, man.
He ended up with such weird lawyers. Like as much money as she has, you would think she would have had like a more professional legal team. They
So,
seem very strange,
the
eccentric maybe.
The theory was that it was her insurance lawyers because like it was an insurance claim. So that was the theory.
Okay.
But even if you can get your own attorney. Like you would think she has like someone
Yeah.
on on retainer that was like, all right, I can't do it, but I got a guy.
Exactly.
This
yeah.
guy was just he was not great.
Yeah, I'm again. I wish I messed up on that one. Now I did watch the Murdoch trial pretty frequently, and then we had some good times on here. Now, real quick, I actually got one of ours up here because I couldn't find this freaking clip, dude. Do you remember this lady that looked like Clarice that was opening this package?
Oh yeah,
dude. Like
Worley,
I was trying to
Special
find.
Agent Worley.
And there's man, if I had her name, that'd probably help. There was, you know how long those freaking streams was on Law and Crime. I was digging today. I was trying to find just this one, but this right here murdered us, dude. Oh, we're gonna open the bag.
He's shuffling it around.
What is happening right now? Jesus
Dude,
Christ!
This was open. I thought we were done. We're two bags.
Oh wait, there's another bag.
And she literally has no idea what to do.
He's calling a break, bro. He called a break. That murdered a dude. Imagine watching this live. So I actually was watching that live when that actually happened. So I'm literally at work, dude. I'm watching this. I'm like, all right, what's coming out? What's going on here? And it went on for fucking like 15 minutes.
That evidence was wrapped up way too much.
Before, he's like, we're gonna do a break, and they pan the camera up, and it's like, what?
It was insane.
Like, my real-time reaction was actually insanity. I was like, this is madness, dude. He's trolling everybody.
She had gotten through like one bag, so like already, right? Or a box and a bag, something like that. And
I
then,
think it started with a box, and there was a bag in the box. I think there was a bag inside of the bag.
yeah.
I
And
swear
then we
it
got
was
to
like
this
3
one.
levels.
There was like 6 levels.
It was crazy.
All that time, and then he calls a break right before we get to the actual. After she get like right before she gets it open.
And you remember,
Give
it
me a
looks like
break.
he's like saying to everybody, fuck you guys. I
I can't even deal with this. That's brutal.
He called a break.
Dude, I wish you would have told me because I'll
Dude,
fucking, I'll
look at
be.
his face. He's like, yeah, fuck all y'all. You, fuck you. Hey, you, yeah, in the back, fuck you. Hey, you,
If I
watching
didn't
at
know
home,
about
fuck
it-
you. That's what he's saying. Dude, yeah, that murdered us, dude.
Jesus.
But there was so much craziness, and it was really the South, wasn't it? Like, it's just that,
Yeah.
it's that weirdness. Like, everyone has like a little bit of an extra joke or a little bit of an extra input on everything that's going on. It was weird.
Yeah, man.
Go through chat here just for a second. Again, thank you all for hanging out. Full house in here tonight per usual. If anybody after the fact is watching this, of course, please hit the like. That helps us out for, after this goes off the air and currently in the algorithm. And sub up. If you're not subbed up, please do hit the three little dots on the side and make sure all notifications are clicked. That way, hopefully YouTube will send out a notification for community posts, live streams, and videos, which I post pretty frequently. But even if you do have that post click, sometimes they don't do that. I hear I get literally every single day people telling me that they have all notifications clicked and they still don't get the notifications, but it will at least help to make sure that you get all the content that's coming out here, and definitely make sure that you go and follow Jay as well, man. And I know that all his crew is in here hanging out tonight, which is freaking awesome. I'll pop that up and put that in the chat here real quick. Boom. Yeah, and again, man, do you stream on the weekends?
No, never on the
no
not
weekends.
usually.
But you do pretty much every day during the week, though.
Every day during the week usually, and Friday night. Actually, this Friday night, me and Shannon do a psych. Shannon's a therapist, and we do like a psych eval of a certain person. This Friday night at 7, we're doing Courtney Clenny from the OnlyFans case. So
I saw that thumbnail.
Going to be very Shannon. As a therapist, and she has a lot of good insight on these witnesses and stuff.
That's really cool, and that's another one that I've just seen headlines on. I've read through the.
Oh, it's wild, man.
A little bit, like I've seen a little bit of the interrogation footage, but I haven't dove deep. So you guys are in on that one pretty well.
Yeah, we're it's like it's a stabbing, and like she basically tries to say that she threw the knife at the guy. And it comes out that the knife is like 3 inches deep or something like that. But she's trying to claim it's like a domestic violence thing. It's pretty crazy. In the interrogation, when she finds out that he's dead, she's like, "Can I get a hug?" Like, it's wild.
Oh wow, dude. Yeah, it looks like that's a crazy one of those insane narcissistic bitch things, right? Like, oh man. Yeah, I've seen a little bit. I've seen some of the footage in like they lived in some fancy ass apartment complex or something. Yep. With that OnlyFans money, but. Yeah, and I guess I don't guess she was abusing the fuck out of this guy, right? Like,
yeah, did you see the clip of it in the elevator where she just like is beating the shit out of him?
I have seen that
trying
one.
to get out of there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he should have probably got away from whatever the hell was going on there. Clearly, that sucks. But yeah, I'll probably tune in for that, man. That sounds awesome. And yeah, dude, is that something you guys do every single Friday?
Yeah, we've done one, and we're gonna try to do it going forward every Friday night at 7. We're gonna do girl from Wendy Adelson from the Dan Markle trial. I don't know if you follow that. She's wacky. So yeah,
I've seen a little bit of her the other day.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Nice. Coming through Papa Roger with the $4.99 super chat. I support channels that ask for support. Well, we appreciate it. And let me boom. Appreciate the hell out of that. Gosh, how about one more? Just as I was about to get away from here. Creed64, thank you very much. Always coming through. Old G subscriber here at Publicly Buzzed. This is awesome, and I appreciate that. Looks like she's having a nice little drink tonight as well. Hell yeah. And I'm going to promote this real quick. Tomorrow night, every Friday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time here on Publicly Buzzed. That's when that's our long show. That's the one where we kind of go in before we were talking about this with Jay before we come on live. Friday nights and the weekends we don't have to work, so we get a little bit more loose. We have a few more drinks, and usually after about the midnight hour, the show kind of goes into whatever the chat wants to do. We'll even get into a little bit more spookier type of paranormal talk or ghost stuff or UFO stuff or ancient alien type stuff. It's happened. The chat can kind of take us down some weird roads, but yeah, Friday nights we like to have a lot of fun in here, so hopefully by joining us for that as well. So let's see here. This is the Capri Sun one, I believe.
Did you have contact with Miss Maggie Murdaugh sometime prior to getting to Mazzell that morning?
Yes, sir.
And I think it's in evidence, but tell these folks what contact you had with her.
She texted me and asked me if I could stop at the grocery store on my way to Moselle because Alex wanted some Capri Suns.
Wanted some what?
Capri Suns.
Okay.
and she said apple, and I believe she said pineapple first, and then they changed. She came back with another text and said, no, he wants orange. I believe that's what he said. That's what the text said. I'm not.
And did you try to get some orange Capri Suns?
Yes.
Where'd you go?
I went to the Food Lion.
And were you successful in your search for orange Capri Suns?
No, sir.
So if I'm on the jury and I'm like, all right, grown ass man getting Capri Sun, okay, all right. Grown ass man getting orange Capri Sun, he fucking did it. Lock him up. You gotta get fruit punch or something. Orange? Who gets orange Capri Sun?
Yeah, dude, like that's the most child one.
Lock that motherfucker up. Orange Capri Sun.
I'm sure he wouldn't drink any other one either. If she's bringing any other color, any other flavor. Nope.
Oh, exactly.
I guarantee they're not calling them flavors. I want the color orange.
Get me orange.
They got blue. Mountain Mama coming through with a $3 super sticker. Thank you, Mountain Mama. Another OG here on the channel. And I love her that she's got a sloth in her picture there. Can you see that little sloth? What an awesome picture. I've never met a sloth in real life, and that's my favorite animal, besides a dog. Thank you, Laura. Appreciate you for being here. Let's see what I got next on the one more here. Oh yeah, the donut lady here.
6th, I think it was, the night before Maggie and Paul. I was there that night, and he and Miss Maggie came. They brought donuts.
Okay. Why would they bring donuts?
Because Mr. Randolph had asked for some donuts.
Do you like donuts?
Well, they were Krispy Kreme, and you couldn't get them at the time in our area.
So Mr. Randolph liked Krispy Kreme.
Yes, he did.
I get it.
Yep.
Krispy Kreme, like, you know what? The Capri Sun, the orange, get the hell out of here. But the Krispy Kreme's like, well, let's tear them out. Let's.
Funny thing about that clip, if you watch it again, is everyone in that courtroom is laughing except for good old Alec, who probably doesn't have a sense of humor and he doesn't have he can't laugh at anything. He's such a narcissist. Everyone in the courtroom is laughing. He does not laugh at that, and it was fun.
Yeah, I like this lady. She was cool.
The 6th, I think it was, the night before Maggie and Paul. I was there that night, and he and Miss Maggie came. They brought donuts.
Okay. Why would they bring donuts?
Because Mr. Randolph had asked for some donuts.
Do you like donuts?
Well, they were Krispy Kreme, and
yeah, he was totally disconnected from it.
He didn't focus at all.
Everyone else left.
Yeah, he's doing something. Yeah. Yeah. That one was hilarious, though. I like that lady just in general. She was real cool.
Yeah, she was cool.
There was a lot of cool characters on that. You were showing a lot of the clips from today on your streams from the past stuff. And that thing was so deep, dude. And again, we were covering that, and luckily I was watching that one every single day. And then like I kind of knew where in the stream it was, so I could kind of go back and find it. But man, I was today and yesterday going back through some of those clips, man. It's hard, man.
That's a tough case. And the crazy thing, like I was saying today, was like the people that took him down were these hardworking people that like he probably looked at as peons, like that just did the work for him, and all they did was go there and tell the truth, and he thought he could manipulate them, and like they were just these, like that woman you showed with the donuts, just these hardworking people that were working all these like hours for this guy, and they took him down, and like he thought he could like manipulate them, and he couldn't. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was a wild one, dude. But yeah, I mean, and to say it, oh no, I just saw the name Daryl Brooks in chat about flipped out. I can't even stand that dude's name. But like you take something that is insanely serious like this trial, you know, not nearly as crazy as the ski one, you know, but or opposite of that, you take a murder trial like this, and you still have moments in it where you can have. It's kind of crazy, actually. This one was one of the wildest, and I think again I'll go back to probably the South and the Southern thing. This was in South Carolina, and I don't remember exactly what was going on, but earlier in your chat, something was going on. It was a clip from the trial, of course, and it was a funny moment, and it was just out of context. Something happened, and I see it here in West Virginia, like even in serious moments, and I'm probably guilty of it as well. Like you'll still have a crack in there or something. You know what I mean? It's really strange. Like it's almost like a coping mechanism, I guess, for the moment, right?
I mean, that's a lot of people would say to me on Twitter and all this, like I would point those out, and they're like, you need to have that, like you need to have a little levity in some of these serious trials, or you're gonna break, because they're like so much serious stuff going on, you know?
Yeah. And since we've gotten into the heavier into the true crime stuff, man, it's a lot. Like my Twitter feed is nothing but insanity. And that's just, keeping up with different cases, seeing what I may want to follow, what I may not want to follow. And I mentioned it to you. I actually planned on, at first we was going to do some reactions to the Lori Vallow stuff. And I actually changed my mind on that, really just because it was, I wanted to go the lighthearted route with you, man. Like I thought that would be a way better show, and I think I made the right decision. And not that we have covered Lori Vallow and that dark stuff on here, but I mean, it can take a toll, dude. And I'm actually excited I did this, because this was a fucking fun ass show. And this is the first time we went basically, well, not the first time we've done it, because we have one crazy stream with, we watched a bunch of Leprechaun, from the Leprechaun movie, like trailers. It was on St. Patrick's Day, actually. So that was probably the wildest one of like comedy, but man, I wanted to have one on here to just kind of have a lighthearted moment, take a break from the darkness.
Yeah, I agree. I think you made the right call on that. It's been a good show.
And yeah, we're definitely gonna have you back on here, brother. Like again, go follow Jay, man. The Shaming of Jay is, and dude, follow him on Twitter as well. Let me pop that over here, and I should probably find your TikTok also.
Thanks, man.
Do you use your TikTok every day?
I post pretty much every day to TikTok. Yeah,
dude, I can't get into the groove of it, and I know that there's a lot of, I mean, that's a lot of eyes on TikTok.
Honestly, I just take little clips from the trials. If you go to my TikTok, none of them are like, they're about a minute or less. I put a little caption on there, and sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't. But like if you look, like I just posted it from this guy from the Latin King, and like it's about to hit 1 million views from yesterday.
Wow!
And, like,
holy shit!
Holy
yeah.
shit!
Wow! It's crazy how it can happen.
Wow! Yeah, dude, you got some good ones, and yeah, followers 52K, killing it. 8.6 million likes.
Hey man, I started this in March.
Wow,
that's insane.
Holy shit! Yeah, I need to get on that TikTok game.
Which one went really crazy? If you scroll down, all the ones, the TikTok murder, all the ones with Latham and Karen, like they blew up. If you go down, there's one
4.9, almost 5 million views there.
23 million. If you go down a little bit, there's one that has like, it's from like, and all it was the video.
There it is.
I promise you better back up, because you're not gonna like what's coming out.
20 million. Wow.
I promise you. No.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, that's amazing. And yeah, you're on top of it every single day. Into the Gwyneth stuff. Shit, I should have just been on here getting the clips from you. Damn, dude. 1.8, 1, 2.6. These were just going nuts.
Holy shit.
Wow, dude. Yeah, TikTok is and I know that, but like, man, I cannot get into the groove of it. Like I really need to, though.
Stevie Platt tried to play the game with the YouTube shorts, and some of those hit sometimes, but they've never gotten into the millions ever. That's insane.
Nah.
Not even the hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, I can't break like 5K on YouTube. Like it's something with the algorithm on TikTok, where if something hits, and you know what with Latham, what it was people fighting in the comments over, this is self-defense. She's, and when people start fighting in the comments, like I guess however the algorithm works, it just skyrockets it.
All interaction is good interaction on these things.
Yep.
It's crazy. Yeah.
They getting arguments going. That a lot of channels actually play to that, right? They'll start arguments in their own channels just so they get into the algorithm so that they get out there and more views.
Yeah, I saw one creator who's purposely will put in the caption, he'll like spell a word wrong, or he'll put something in it that's wrong so that people will correct them, and each time they comment on it, it causes it to go on.
I've heard of that one. Like even like somebody will say like something off on purpose in the video just because everybody in the comments is going to go, this is how you say it, this is how you say it.
Yep.
That kind of happened with us on a video. I did this story on the Nicola Bully. This lady disappeared in the UK, and I did a live stream on it, and I was saying the town or the city wrong. It was like Lancashire, I'm probably saying it wrong right now. However, I was saying it was not correct, dude. And the comment section was just all kinds of British folk going crazy. But it got, dude, that video went to like, that live stream hit 10K. Like,
yeah, man.
In the aftermath.
And the sheath thing at the early days of the Idaho.
Dude. So yeah, as soon as literally after Brian Kober got this was one of my, I think my second, maybe even one of my first, definitely one of the first live streams I did as soon as this started happening. Because when this first happened, I didn't go live. I was just making videos and just, talking about everything. And then I saw everybody that goes live, there's something to it. Like they get a lot of numbers. And so I gave it a shot, dude. And so it was literally like there was this whole thing going on Facebook with this person called Papa Rogers. But, of course, if you kept up or if you've looked into that, anything of the Brian Koberger stuff at all, they have the knife sheath that may have the touch DNA on it. I had never seen or said the word sheath in my life. So I couldn't even tell you how I'm saying it on the video, but it ain't. Dude, every single comment is just.
Yeah.
How was I saying it, Dan?
Seath without the H. Yeah.
Dude. But that video went to like 17K.
You gotta do that more often, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta start fucking up.
There's something to that, man. There really is. But some of these people are smarter than me with it, because I wouldn't have thought about that on my own without somebody telling me, honestly. But when I do it, it's by mistake. I'm not doing that on purpose. I'm actually kind of stupid. But Jade, brother, man, thank you so much for hanging out, dude. You're going to be back for sure. I hope, man. Hope you had a good time.
Absolutely. I had an awesome time. Thanks so much for having me. Anytime you want, I'll come on, man. Thank you. I appreciate both you guys. Thank you.
Dude, I'm going to get you on here on a Friday night, dude. We're going to go long.
Oh, man, that would be awesome.
It's going to be fun as shit, dude.
Definitely, man.
But yeah, everybody in chat, all the bows that came through here, man, like, seriously, thank you guys all so much. Like I said, Jay is going to be back in the future. Yeah, every single day except the weekends, he's streaming. We do live streams for sure every Tuesday, Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern time, then Friday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time, and then I randomly go live all through the week. You never know. Just like the reaction video that went crazy the other day. That was not a normal video that I would do. I saw that everybody was talking about it, so I went on and talked about it myself. That'll happen randomly here, but we have 3 major days that we hit, and yeah, you never know what else might pop through here. But yeah, are you going live multiple times tomorrow, Jay? You got the nighttime show and a daytime?
Just the nighttime tomorrow. Just tomorrow at 7, me and China going on.
Nice. And that's 7 p.m. Eastern?
7 p.m. Eastern. Friday Night Psych instead of Friday Night Lights.
I noticed that. I saw the thumbnail of what you're going for. That was good.
Shannon made that too.
Dude, she's killing it, bro.
Kills it.
Killing it, man. Well, dude, everybody that's hanging out in here, and I've seen it there in the chat. Everybody's calling the Friday nights Feral Fridays. I might start using that. That's a good name.
Yeah.
Get a little wild in here. But thank you guys all so much. Again, go follow Jay. He's the fucking man. Thank you guys so much. I really am going to close this thing up. One thing you're going to learn, Jay, is I'm horrible at closing it up. Like, I'll do this like 5 times. Like, I'll be like, all right, ladies and gentlemen. But for real, hit the like as you head out the door. Give us all a follow. We'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you so much. Jay, you want to end it on anything?
No, I just want to thank J-Bo Nation. Thanks everyone for coming out, man. Thanks for everyone for being here. And guys, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Later,
Happy
brother.
to have you.
Later.
See, we shoot them up bang bang over here. We not scared of they motherfucking ass.